We're almost back. Okay, perfect. Okay. So the audio's on. We're good? Are we streaming? Hi everybody, we're back. I'm sorry. Oh look, I have a hole right in my head. I'm brain dead apparently. Okay. Sorry, hopefully everyone can hear me now. I'm just going to repeat question number 3. Which eastern Canadian province has village names that include Toronto, St. Louis, Norway, and New Zealand? And that's okay. Hopefully we got that fixed. Can everyone hear me now? Can someone just write in the comments just so I can make sure?
Definitely all tuning. Janet got another one. Which is number 2? Janet. HRHS. Looking for one. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to move on to number 4, and if you guys can't hear me, we'll go from there. Okay, what Yuletide symbol does Halifax send annually to Boston as thanks for helping after the 1917 Halifax explosion? They can't hear me, Ash.
Hold up. Keep talking. I'm going to join the live stream.
Okay, I'm going to put...
Keep talking.
Can you hear me now? Any luck, Ash?
Wait. Your audio's fine.
Okay. So what Yuletide symbol does Halifax send annually to Boston as thanks for helping after the 1917 Halifax explosion?
Oh, wait. I got it.
You got it? Oh, I got a hole in my head again.
Can't find it.
Okay, we're going to move on to number 5. I'm hoping that people can hear me. Alright, so number 5. In which country is Greenwich of Greenwich Meridian, an imaginary line used for the starting point of every time zone, located? So when we're talking about the starting point for the time zone, in which country is Greenwich of Greenwich Meridian located? I'll post that in the comments too, just because I know some people are having trouble hearing me.
Well, nobody said that.
Ash, the chat says it's closed.
What's
Find another stream, it says. Yep. hopefully, I'm going to post the last couple of questions there because I'm not sure if you were able to see them. So I'll post number 4 and number 5. Sorry, I'll get this after a while. Perfect. So we'll move on to number 6. Which island country is actually 84% ice, contrary to what its verdant name implies? My son's playing this stream in the background. I can hear my voice and it's not fun. I should be more charismatic.
There's like nobody on that stream right now.
There isn't?
You're gonna have to post the link back to Facebook.
Okay, I have to bring my phone.
Yeah, I'm getting it real quick. And also send it to the people.
Which one, Ash?
I copied it. This is going so well.
This is a bust. Okay. Mute me, but I don't know if anyone's on here. Sorry, everybody. I know this is... Whew, I hope some people can see me.
They can.
No, they can't. I'm sending out a new link to a few people. Okay, Lisa, you're back on. Liz, you're back on. Susan, I've just added to.
Check them. Check the people who are back on. Oh.
Sorry, guys.
Susan, Liz, and Lisa? Yeah.
I'm causing trouble. I'm trying to just send a new link out to make sure everybody gets it. Well, Dan, I didn't think I could be worse than you, but clearly it's possible. Okay, so I think I have the link sent back on to everybody, and I'm going to give my scorekeepers back the messages. and then we'll start again. So if we don't get answers from some of the teams because they dropped the stream, then I will go back. So I have some of the stuff posted in some of the questions posted in the comments, but I'm just going to read number 5 again because we didn't get any answers for that. In which country is Greenwich of the Greenwich Meridian located? So that's the imaginary line that's used for the starting point of the time zone. So in which country is the Greenwich of the Greenwich Meridian located? Number 6, which large island, contrary to its actual 84% which large island country is actually 84% ice, contrary to what its verdant name implies?
Number 4.
Oh, I can give you number 4, Lisa. It's posted in the comments, and I will read it again as well. Sorry, I know I'm going to have you all out of order now. So number 4, what Yuletide symbol does Halifax send annually to Boston as thanks for helping after the 1917 Halifax explosion? And then number 5 is the question about Greenwich Meridian. Which country is that in? Number 6 is the island that's actually 84% ice, contrary to what its name implies. And then number 7. What are the names of the 5 Great Lakes? And you have to get them all. No partial points for this one. And like I said, if someone in the end, if they're not on here, I will send them a message on Messenger and get them the questions real quick. They won't lose points. Okay. Number 8. What are the only 2 provinces to reach north of 60? So what are the only 2 provinces to reach north of 60? The scorekeepers in the back think people are cheating.
They are cheating.
Okay, that's the end of round 1. I'm just going to check in on the scores.
No.
And then I'm just going to make sure that everyone gets an answer in so we can ensure everyone's on the stream. And then we'll move on to number 2. You'll get scores from everybody?
They're cheating.
No, they don't send it until the end. So if you guys can tell me who has their scores in, that would be good.
7 is Lisa. Lisa hasn't said them to the squad.
So we're waiting on a few answers, which is totally okay. I know I got you all messed up.
Liz, I didn't see anything from Liz. Susan said.
Who's on Liz's chat for their...
It says at the top. It says their name. I typed them in. Liz.
Is Liz like
On there. Yep.
Tell them that they need to send it after each category. Because they're just sending them in like do.
That's fine.
He's saying I don't think it was
They are all
Okay, so who has all their questions in?
They have everything on there.
Okay.
That's good.
Someone back there has every single answer right. I don't know if I dare tell you who.
They're clearly cheating. And this team is probably cheating.
I need the scores to give them, guys.
I know when they're cheating, even if they're giving the wrong answers. Somebody messaged you. Can you repeat 3?
Yes. I have a request to repeat question 3. I'm going to post 1, 2, and 3 in this chat as well because I see that they're not in the new chat. So number 3, which Eastern Canadian province has village names that include Toronto, St. Louis, Norway, and New Zealand? So number 3 is in the chat. Number 2 is now in the chat. And number 1 is in the chat. The answers are coming in. Thanks, guys. Is there any team with all their answers in?
Yeah.
Who?
Go.
Most of them.
We have almost everybody's answers.
But there are some people who still haven't answered.
Yeah, that's what I need to tell you. Need to tell me.
Wait. Team 1.
The name.
Chelsea McLeod's team.
Chelsea, we need your answers. I don't think we've gotten a message yet. She didn't answer at all?
Who?
Chelsea McLeod?
Chelsea. Oh, she just did.
Okay.
And Jeanette.
Perfect. That came in, Chelsea. They're just adding up the scores, so I can give you the score, and then we'll move on to category number 2. Space. If the other background didn't crash my stream, this one will for sure.
You can just look at it online.
The scorekeepers are just getting the hang of how to write in the scores, and they're going to bring me over the totals, and then we'll move on. Sorry it's taking so long. I know we're 40 minutes in on question number 1. Hopefully everyone's going to participate in the events this weekend. We have the drive-in tomorrow night starting at 9 o'clock, and there's going to be lots of snacks in Back to the Future, this is a good background for that. And then the drive-through breakfast on Saturday morning, and the Bernie McCann supper, which will be drive-through as well on Saturday afternoon. And in between that, there'll be the parade, which is a little different this year. You're going to be driving past the floats instead of the floats driving past you. And on Sunday, we have some more events going on as well. Hopefully they're not giving you guys partial. Okay, we have all of the answers from everybody now, and they're just recording the last team's score.
Everybody's in.
Okay, can you bring the scores to me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so I'll just give you a little update on scores and then we'll move on. So, team 1, which is Chelsea McLeod and Dan Fletcher's team, you guys got them all right. 8 points. Team Tweedside, which is Mike Fletcher's and Sarah Wood's team, you guys got 7. You got 1 wrong, and I'm going to give you the answers to these as well. Bill Lister and Julia Ross's team got them all right as well. 1 wrong for Catherine Henry's team, so 7 points. HRHS 70's team, Janet, you guys got 5 points. And Susan Good, the Harvey Lakers, 5 points. Lisa and the Tweedside Knights got 7 points. And Liz McLean got 6 points. So I'm going to read them off to you, and then maybe next round we will go a little faster. So, question number 1, the answer was St. John's. Question number 2, the only letter of the alphabet that appears in the 2 territories but not in the name of the provinces is the letter Y. Eastern Canadian province that has the village names that include Toronto, St. Louis, Norway, and New Zealand is Prince Edward Island. The Yuletide symbol that Halifax sends to Boston annually in thanks for the help after the 1917 Halifax explosion is a Christmas tree. Greenwich Meridian, the Greenwich of the Greenwich Meridian is in England. Greenland is actually covered in 84% ice. The Great Lakes are Lake Huron, Lake Ontario, Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, and Lake Superior. And the only 2 provinces north of 60 are Quebec and Newfoundland.
If you get back to my inbox.
And I guess we... Ooh. So the only letter that appears in the 2 territories, we got a message and said that the only letter of the alphabet that appears in the name of the 2 territories but not in any of the names of the provinces. So the letter was Y. But what?
I think they were wrong.
What? Okay, we're all good now. It's all been explained. Okay, so we're going to move on to space. So number 2. So again, I'll just post the questions in the comments as we go, and then I'll read the question. And you can either send your answers in after each question, or you can send your answers in all at the end. It's up to you. So we'll start with the first space question. What is the name of the comet that was discovered in March 2020? So what is the name of the comet that was discovered in March 2020? And this one is going to have a little bonus question to go with it. So the bonus question is, when will that comet next be seen? All right, we're going to make up some time, so I'm going to move along to question number 2. Before humans risked flying in hot air balloons, they sent up which 3 animals? So number 2 is before humans risked flying in hot air balloons, they sent up which 3 animals? That's a hard one.
Do you announce the winners immediately as soon as it's done? I know.
Okay, number 3. You'll never see a full moon with what in the sky? If we have a stream issue again, I will send the link out to everybody by message just in case. I think we're okay now, but I'll just jinx myself, of course. But we'll just send the link in the messenger. That way it'll be easy for everyone to rejoin. So you will never see a full moon with what in the sky?
It's not.
Question number 4. What was the first spacecraft to leave the solar system more than 17 billion kilometers from Earth? What was the first spacecraft to leave the solar system more than 17 billion kilometers from Earth? These are hard questions. I'm glad I'm hosting and not playing. Someone should have put Marsha on their team. Okay, number 5.
Speed it up, Mom.
Which space shuttle flew the most missions, a record of 39, between its first launch in 1984 and its retirement in 2011? Which space shuttle flew the most missions, a record 39, between its first launch in 1984 and its retirement in 2011? So the next one's tricky. You kind of have to listen. Which fairy tale girl's name describes a zone where astronomers look to find planets that are neither too hot nor too cold to sustain life? Which fairy tale girl's name describes a zone where astronomers look to find planets that are neither too hot nor too cold to sustain life?
Can't hear you.
Okay. Next question. Who was the first Canadian in space? This one has a bonus as well. What year and what shuttle? So who was the first Canadian in space? And for bonus point, what year and what shuttle? Number 8, this is the last question of this round. What extraterrestrial planet has 20 craters named for Canadian towns and cities?
Susan, tell me you that
What planet has 20 craters named for Canadian towns and cities? So that's the end of round 2, the space round. So you can send your answers in if you haven't been sending them in all along. If you need me to repeat something verbally, you can send that in the chat, or you can send it in the messenger and I can repeat it. All the questions should be in order in the chat as well. Hopefully everyone can still hear me okay. The answers are starting to come in, the ones that weren't already coming in all along. And if you can help it, don't Google the answers. Pretend like we're in person. No cheating. The next one's a little more fun. It's going to be entertainment. Ooh, I'm on stage. Look at that. E.T. in the corner. We're not giving out any partial points either, just to try to keep the scoring as easy as possible. And you just get 1 bonus point for each bonus question. How are we doing with the questions, scorekeepers?
Take it a minute.
Okay, just be another minute.
Thank everybody for sending them in well.
Everyone sent them in great, easy to read. They almost have our scores ready. We're not counting spelling or anything like that, so if there's a letter wrong, you still get the point for your question. All the answers in?
No.
No? Okay.
Everybody answered, but we have to...
Okay, so I think we have everybody's answers in. They're just doing putting the scores in the scorecard. So I'm going to read through the answers to the questions just so you guys all know them, and then we'll move on. So, I better go back to space. Ooh. What is the name of the comet that was discovered in March 2020? That's the Neowise, and it will be seen again in approximately 6,800 in the year, or in 6,800 years, or the year 8,820. So not any of us will ever see it again. Before humans risked flying in hot air balloons, they sent up a duck, a rooster, and a sheep. And you'll never see a full moon with the sun in the sky.
Mom.
Yeah?
What if it's missing?
And then, what is the first spacecraft to leave the solar system? And that was the Voyager 1. The space shuttle that flew the most missions that retired in 2011 is the Discovery OV-103. And of course, the fairy tale name of the planets that are neither too hot nor too cold is Goldilocks. And the first Canadian in space is Mark Garneau. And that was in 1984 on the Challenger. And the planet that has 20 craters named for Canadian towns and cities is Mars. Okay, so they're just still adding up the scores. And I'll give you a final score. Score's not ready. My co-hosts are pretty good looking. About one more minute and I'll have some scores for you. So, for everyone that's working tomorrow, you're going to be tired after staying up late and doing trivia. We'll try to get it done at a reasonable time so you can go to bed. Oh, sure, Julia. I can repeat the answer for number 4. So the answer for number 4 is the Voyager 1. That was the first spacecraft to leave the solar system more than 17 billion kilometers from Earth. And if anyone wants to dispute the answers, you certainly can. Some of these were made by Marcia, and then we checked them, but there's always sometimes an answer that can sneak by us. Certainly not experts in this. Any answers yet, scorekeepers?
Nope. What do you mean?
Are you close?
Yes. Wait, hold up. What did she put before? She put nothing. Went for 5.
Hopefully everyone got to watch our game night the other night. It was pretty fun. And then I didn't watch the end of bingo. I don't know who won the prizes. And you can still buy Harvey Community Day swag on the website, so you can find that on the Facebook page. And there's a link there, and then you can go right to the website and find it there. If you're coming to any of the events, the drive-in, any of the dinners, we just ask that you kind of self-screen at home. So if you're sick or you're self-isolating, or if you have been contacted by public health and told to self-isolate, or that you've been in contact, if you can just not come to the event, if you need someone to pick up food, you can probably give us a message and we can help you out with that, or get a friend to drop it by and drop it at your door. Okay, I have some team scores. Woo! Okay. Oh gosh. So, team 1, which is Chelsea and Dan, you got 4 right in that round. So you have a total of 12 right now. Team 2, Sarah and Mike, you guys got 6 right. So you have a total of 13. Bill and Julia, you got 6 right that round as well, and then you now have 14 total. So you're right now in the lead from all the ones that I've read. Team number 4, Catherine Henry, you got 4 points this round, so you're at 11. HRHS, Janet, you guys got 4 that round, you're at 9. Susan, the Harvey Lakers are at 9. You got 4 that round. Lisa and the Tweedside Knights, you guys got 7, so you're at 14. You're tied for the lead right now. And then Liz, your team got 7 that round as well. And you are in, you have a total, of 13 points right now, so really close. And the only person that got the bonus point that round was Lisa's team, the Tweedside Knights. Okay, we're gonna move on. My picture's gone. No, it's this one.
Oh.
Okay, my kid took my face away. Okay, we'll move on to entertainment. I'll post the questions in the chat again. So, by which collective band name would you identify the group whose first names begin with the letters J, P, G, and R.
Wait,
So it's
no. Janet said, please recheck after change score.
is it? So Janet, they'll recheck your score for you there while we're going through this one, and then I'll let you know. So that number one, by which collective band name would you identify the group whose first names begin with J, P, G, and R? So what's the band name? Ooh, this is a good one.
You do not have to like Captain.
This is that.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Janet got two more points.
Janet, they're working on your score. It looks like you actually got a couple more points, so they're just going over it again. Question number 2. What is Bugs Bunny's catchphrase? And we'll do a quick review at the end of kind of everybody's stuff to make sure we got all the points in there. Round 1 was a little difficult. We had a little technical difficulty. So what is Bugs Bunny's catchphrase?
The boys.
Question number 3. Who is the first and only woman of color to win the Oscar for Best Actress?
Lisa started doing this. I'm gonna easy Catherine said, please hold still.
Oh. Oh, they were moving me all around.
Where? Oh.
Sorry, Catherine. So number 3, who is the first and only woman of color to win the Oscar for Best Actress? Number 4, which Hogwarts student owned the cat named Crookshanks, who made its first appearance in the 2004 Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone? So which Hogwarts student owned the cat named Crookshanks, who made its first appearance in the 2004 Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone? Number 5. What was the first animated Disney film released in 1937? So what was the first animated Disney film released in 1937? It's kind of weird that just my head is on this stage.
Should have won a green shirt.
I could stand up and stand on the stage. Number 6, sorry. Which blockbuster film included the memorable line, "I've been slimed"? So number 6, which blockbuster film included the memorable line, "I've been slimed"? Okay. Number 7. Who created Bart Simpson? And this one has a little bonus as well. What year did The Simpsons first air? So the first part of the question is who created Bart Simpson? And then the bonus is what year did The Simpsons first air? Number 8. Who was Clark Kent's high school sweetheart? Number 8. Who was Clark Kent's high school sweetheart? That's all of the entertainment questions. So in these first few rounds, everything is just worth 1 point. And then when we get to the very last round, they're triple points. So you can always catch up in the end. If you're a few points behind, don't worry. Everyone's pretty neck and neck right now. But on the last round, you can really catch up. Our next round after entertainment is Try Bond, which is kind of fun. Scorekeepers are just adding up scores now. Once we get all the answers in, I'll go through the answers for that round.
No answers submitted yet. For round 3. Janet's on board.
Janet's an absolute beast of a winner.
Janet, we got your answers. Move my friends back to their corner maybe here.
Go check them on that.
The answers are coming in now. Thanks everyone for being really great at sending your answers in pretty quickly. If you need anything repeated, let us know. How you guys making out?
Good.
Good. Scorekeepers are halfway through.
That's a lie.
Oh goodness. Trigon's a little scary, I must say. Maybe I should go back to this while we wait. Are the answers all in yet?
No, we don't have them typed out.
Are they in though, so I can go over them?
No, I don't think everyone's in.
Okay, just waiting on a few more answers. couldn't wear a green shirt tonight because the green screen isn't gonna go well. Would have been like my forehead was having the screen in it.
Please stop changing screens. My eyes hurt. From Catherine.
Sorry, Catherine.
Almost done.
Almost there, and then I can go over the answers. Does everyone have their answers in, guys?
Everyone has their answers in. We're just doing the last one right now.
Okay. I'm going to read over the answers. Everyone has their answers in. So, which collective band name would you identify the group whose first names begin with J, P, G, and R? And that is the Beatles. Bugs Bunny's catchphrase. A, what's up, Doc? Who is the first and only woman of color to win the Oscar for Best Actress? And that's Halle Berry. Now, there are certainly other women who have of color that have won that for Best Supporting Actress, and all kinds of other different things. But when we looked it up, that was the one that was the only one for Best Actress that we could find. And the Hogwarts student who had the cat named Crookshanks, that was in Harry Potter, is Hermione Granger. And the first animated Disney film released in 1937 is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The blockbuster film included the memorable line, "I've been slimed," is Ghostbusters, of course. And created Bart Simpson was Matt Groening and it was first aired in 1989. And Clark Kent's high school sweetheart was Lana Lang. So just a little update on scores. Dan and Chelsea's team got 9 points on that. They got everything right and the bonus. Mike and Sarah's team got 7 points. Bill Lister and Julia got 8 points. Catherine's team got 6 points. Team 5, the HRHS with Janet, got 6 points. Susan and the Harvey Lakers got 5 points. The Tweedside Knights with Lisa got 7 points. And Liz's team got 7 points as well. And what was the update for Janet's score?
She got 2 extra points.
And Janet, for round 1, you actually got 2 extra points when they redid your scoring. So that brings you up. Right now, the team in the lead. Oh, there's a couple so Bill Lister and Julia Ross's team is in the lead. And Dan and Chelsea are tied with Lisa and the Tweedside Knights. Everybody's really close together, though. Okay, we're going to move on to Tri-Bond. Sorry, I know the screens are bugging some people. Okay, so Tri-Bond is, I say 3 words, and they all have something in common. I'll post them in the comments as well. So the first one, it's just one, the answer is just one word. The first one is first, legal, and hearing. So first tri-bond is first, legal, and hearing. The second tri-bond is water, oil, HG. Water, oil, and HG. This head's really creepy. I'm going to get rid of it.
Who's that? Oh, that's my favorite one.
Number 3 is wedding, sleigh, and door. Wedding, sleigh, and door. Number 4 is pie, toast, and earth. Number 4, pie, toast, and earth. Number 5, bar, browser, can. Number 5, bar, browser, can. Tribond number 6, circus, bathtub, 5th day of Christmas. Six is circus, bathtub, 5th day of Christmas. Number 7, storm, needle, potato. Seven is storm, needle, potato. Number 8, clock, poker, and farm. Clock, poker, and farm. Alright, that round was pretty quick. So we'll get your answers in, and then we'll go over the correct answers, and then the score, and we'll go from there. After this round, we move on to science. Let me know when all the answers are in, guys.
Lisa would like to challenge Steamboat Willie as the first animated film.
All right, let me look. I'll have to look it up. I'll get them, Lisa, I'll get them to look up the entertainment question. Once we finish all the scoring for this, I'll get them to look up the first animated Disney film.
Because, well,
Just another moment. I think we're still waiting on an answer.
We're waiting on like 5 teams, Jennifer.
Ooh, we're waiting on a few teams, I guess.
oh, they're all in.
Are they all in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Calculating.
I'll go over the answer while they do some calculations. Okay, so tri-bond. The first one is first, legal, and hearing. The answer is aid. First aid, legal aid, hearing aid. Number 2, water, oil, HG. It's wells, water wells, oil wells, HG wells. Number 3 is wedding, sleigh, and door. And it's bells. Wedding bells, sleigh bells, and doorbells.
That's easy.
Number 4 is pie, toast, and earth. And it's crust. Pie crust, toast crust, and earth crust.
Not crest.
Number 5 is bar, browser, can. Bar, can, browser, or whoa, sorry, bar tabs, browser tabs, and can tabs. And then number 6 is circus, bathtub, and 5th day of Christmas. And they're all associated with rings. Number 7 is storm, needle, and potato. And the answer is I. Number 8 is clock, poker, and farm. And it's clock hands, poker hands, and farm hands. Those are the answers for tri-bond. And they're just finishing up the scoring over there. And I'll update you on the score and then we'll move on. I'm going to change the screen. I know it's driving some people crazy. But science is our next section.
Yes. No. Yes. Yes.
Just another minute.
No. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Sounds like we're calling our EI.
Okay.
Good?
We'll do this, but we have to fact check as well.
For what?
For Snow White.
Okay. Okay, so just a little tri-bond update. Team 1, Chelsea and Dan, got 8 correct. Team 2, Sarah and Mike, got 6 correct. Team 3, Bill and Julia, got 7 correct. Team 4, Catherine, got 5 correct. HRHS 70s with Janet got 6 correct. Susan and the Harvey Lakers got 7. Lisa and the Tweedside Knights got 7. And Liz's team got 6 points. So let's see who's in the lead now. Oh, they held on to their lead. So Bill Lister and Julia Ross, you are still... Oh, you're tied for the lead, sorry, with Chelsea and Dan's team. So everyone's really close. And you're just 1 point away, Lisa and the Tweedside Knights at 28. But we are going to fact check the Snow White, and I'll give you an update when we're done this round. Okay. So we're going to move on to science.
1937, Walt Disney released the first fully animated feature film.
Oh, get out of here. So science, first question. Among land animals, which species has the largest eyes?
Oh, I forgot that. Catherine gets 1 extra point.
Oh, Catherine, your team got 1 extra point for
Catherine Haynes at 6.
the last round. I guess there was a miscalculation.
No, the number just didn't go in.
Okay.
Bud had it right though.
Okay. So you got 1 extra point. So among, number 1 is among land animals, which species has the largest eyes?
She has Liz also.
Liz, your team, I believe, got an extra point from the last round as well.
What is it?
We'll, like I said, we'll go through all the questions at the end and just make sure everybody added up correctly. Number 2, the record for the fastest non-tornado wind gusts was set during Tropical Cyclone Olivia in which country? So the record for the fastest non-tornado wind gust was set during Tropical Cyclone Olivia in which country? Number 3, the square root of 2 is a constant named after which mathematician and philosopher? The square root of 2 is a constant named after which mathematician and philosopher? So there's spelling situation that I'm going to look at after in the scoring. I think it's a mistype, so I'll update the score if that changes. My 14-year-old's very critical, so if he tells you you're wrong, I'll double check it. He's our one of our scorekeepers. Okay, number 4. Which historic item that belonged to Marie Carrier still emit, oops, I think there's a word missing, so much radiation that they're kept in lead-lined boxes? And this one is multiple choice, and I'm going to post that in the comments. So which historic items that belonged to Marie still emit so much radiation that they're kept in lead-lined boxes? Is it notebooks, eyeglasses, or jewelry? Notebooks, eyeglasses, or jewelry?
So Preston's wrong, right?
Going for $100 here.
The next, number 5. What stratospheric gas is composed of molecules made of 3 oxygen atoms? Number 5. What stratospheric gas is composed of molecules made of 3 oxygen atoms? Should have teased my hair for this to be like Einstein. Number 6. What scavenging fowl has been affectionately dubbed the flying rat of the coast? Number 6. What scavenging fowl has been affectionately dubbed the flying rat of the coast? The next one's crazy. Number 7. A blue whale's largest veins are so big you could blank. So I think this one has so many answers, I'm actually going to make it a multiple choice. So the multiple choice would be a blue whale's largest veins are so big that you could kick a soccer ball through them, swim through them, or put a knitting needle through them. So a blue whale's largest veins are so big you could kick a soccer ball through them, swim through them, or put a knitting needle through them. Sorry, I'll post those. Okay, last question.
Is this a match game?
What's that mean?
No.
Maybe choose things.
This one's a multiple choice. Number 7's a multiple choice. So you're gonna say the answer is a blue whale's largest veins are so big you could blank. So it's either kick a soccer ball through them, swim through them, or put a knitting needle through them. Number 8. What is the only member of the deer family in North America that both males and females have antlers? So what is the only member of the deer family in North America that both males and females have antlers? So those questions were a little harder than the tri-bond ones. They'll take a few minutes for you to get your answers in. And then we'll go through the answers and do a little score update. So we have 3 categories left. Sports, wild card, and New Brunswick. And New Brunswick is the triple valued score. Once the scorekeepers have all the answers in, I'll start going through them. I'm not sure on your fact check yet either, Lisa.
I think
It depends on which interpretation.
So I guess there's an interpretation.
the first North American.
Oh, sorry, no sound. Are you able to hear me now?
Are you mute? No, I mean like the next one.
Are you able to hear me? There's someone that's not able to hear me.
You should be heard.
Okay, I'll try to do a little check here and get the sound back working. Oh, okay, so some people can hear. Maybe just make sure that you're not on mute, Baba. Okay, perfect. You can hear me again. Good. Not that you want to hear me. I'm pretty boring. But they're working on the scores over there, and like I said, we're going to move on to sports next, which I'm sure will be a hot topic.
This one's really hard.
So the science section was a little harder than the other ones, and they're just trying to get the scores in and make sure they're interpreting everyone's answers correct. Do you have all the answers in?
I'm not sure.
They're just gonna double check that they have everyone's answers so that I can go through them.
Let me see. I think you're good now.
You're good?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I think we're good.
Liz said we can just hear just lagging a bit.
Okay. I don't have the greatest internet, so hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Oh, and my answers the questions might pop up before the answer, or before you can hear me talking, because they're the chat's a little quicker than the video. Okay, I'm going to go through the answers. Among land animals, which species has the largest eyes? And despite my giant eyes, it's not me. It's an ostrich. The record for the fastest non-tornado wind gusts was set in Australia during Tropical Cyclone Olivia. I'm going to say this next one wrong. The square root of 2 is a constant named after which mathematician and philosopher? Pythagoras.
You can also
Number 4, historic items that belong to Marie emit so much radiation that they're kept in a lead-lined box, and that's her notebooks. This stratospheric gas that's composed of 3 oxygen atoms is ozone. The scavenging fowl that's named the flying rat of the coast is a seagull. A blue whale's veins are so big you could swim through them. And the only member of the deer family in North America that both males and females have antlers is the caribou. So that one was a little tougher for the teams. Team number 1, Chelsea and Dan, you have 6 points. Team number 2, Sarah and Mike, got 2 points. Team number 3, Bill and Julia, you got 6 points. Team number 4, Catherine, you got 2 points. The HRHS 70s with Janet got 6 points. Susan's Harvey Lakers got 2 points. Lisa and the Tweedside Knights got 3 points. Oh, and Liz, your team did wonderful. You got 8 points. Good job. Those were hard questions. All right, we're going to move along to the next one. Give my scorekeepers back their scoreboard. So, we're going to move on to sports. I'm going to change the screen again. Whew. Okay.
Lisa said just lost you.
Uh-oh. Ask her if she can see me now. I guess some people are having a bit of an issue. It might be on my end. I'll just give a second to make sure that person's back on.
Oh.
Yeah, but it only went down for a second.
Yeah, 50 now.
Oof.
Just give it a minute to stabilize. Dropped 60,800 frames this whole.
Huh?
She dropped 60,000 frames. Sorry.
Can you make sure that Lisa's on, Ash?
Pardon?
Can you make sure that she can see now?
Yeah, I'll check out the stream.
Just gonna check what one team's having trouble. Probably really me having trouble, but
Three categories to go.
23 watching. That's more than my watching too. You're very red.
I'm very red.
Very red.
Really? My lighting must be off. I don't know how to fix that. Okay. I think I'm on, so I'm going to go ahead, and if anyone has trouble, I'll go back. Okay, sports category. Was hockey commentator Don Cherry's English Bull Terrier named Ruby, Blue, or Sandy?
Lisa asked what was the answer to 6, 7, 8.
Oh, sorry. Lisa, I'll just quickly go back and tell you the answers to 6, 7, and 8. So, the flying rat of the coast is the seagull. A blue whale's veins are so big you can swim through them. And the only member of the deer family in North America that both the males and females have antlers is the caribou.
Reindeer and caribou are the same animal.
So we have some answers to correct.
So someone said reindeer and caribou are the same animal, so they'll go through and take a look at that, and then they'll correct the scores if need be.
Good call.
Okay. So number 1 in sports was hockey commentator Don Cherry's English Bull Terrier named Ruby, Blue, or Sandy? Number 2, who's the winningest skip of the Briar? And this one has a bonus question. How many wins? So who is the winningest skip of the Briar? And the bonus is how many wins?
Almost everybody got an extra point.
So for the last question, the antlers for the reindeer and the caribou, a bunch
There are
of
differences between elk and caribou.
a bunch of people got an extra point there. So we'll add that in. And just remember, there's a bonus part of number 2, and that's how many wins of the prior. So the number 3, the Canadian Thoroughbred Racer, was best known as the rider of Secretariat. That question doesn't make a lot of sense, but the Canadian Thoroughbred Racer that was best known as the rider of Secretariat. There's a bonus one in this one as well, and that was, where was he born? So remember, there's a bonus question of that number 3 as well. Secretariat's rider, and where was he born? Next one is, which 2012 Wimbledon's men's singles champion holds the record for the most Grand Slam men's singles titles? Oh my goodness. That one's a tongue twister. I'm going to post that one in. You may have to look at that one in the comments. It's a hard one to listen to. Number 5, what? My son thinks one of the answers is wrong, so we're going to check it out. And now I lost which question I was on. So which 2012 Wimbledon's men's single champion holds the record for the most Grand Slam men's single titles? Men's singles title. Whew.
Somebody wants to check about pigeon.
You wanna? Okay, so they'll check out the pigeon for the seagull. Number 5. Which product has trotted out? Sorry, this one's another tongue twister. Which product has trotted out frogs, alligators, chameleons, bulls, puppies, along with their iconic workhorses in its heartwarming Super Bowl ads? So which product has trotted out frogs, alligators, chameleons, bulls, puppies, along with their workhorses in their heartwarming Super Bowl ads?
Can we clarify what question 2?
Okay, so someone wants clarity on question 2. Winningest is a word, which I was like, is that even a word? But it is. So who has won the Briar at the Skip? Who's the skip that's won the Briar the most, and how many times have they won it?
I think the Tim Hortons Briar. I think.
About Briar.
Oh, you want to clarify the Briar? Okay.
I think it's Timmy's.
We will clarify which one. I'll get back to you on that in just a minute. Okay, so number 6, which host city made its Olympic torch parade relay memorable by having 2 cosmonauts carry it outside the International Space Station? So which host city made its Olympic torch parade relay memorable by having 2 cosmonauts carry it outside the International Space Station?
It is Tim Hortons.
For number 2, the winningest skip of the Briar, it's the Tim Hortons Briar. I might need a nap between section 6 and 7. It's past my bedtime. Number 7. Which 19th century pitching great did Blue Jay Don Pelsick surpass for the most major league appearances? Which 19th century pitching great did Blue Jay Don Pelsick surpass for the most major league appearances? Number 8. What Quebec race car driver became the first Canadian to win the Formula One title? So, number 8. What Quebec race car driver became the first Canadian to win a Formula One title? So you can send your answers in whenever you're ready. If you need clarification on any, we can look it up. I have my mic off. We're just waiting on a few answers to come in and then we'll go over the correct answers. Apparently I'm red, so I gotta change my lighting. I dropped it on my head here. Try that.
Steamboat Willie is a short film. Wow. Snow White and Seven Dwarfs is...
So Lisa, for your Steamboat Willie one, the only difference is Snow White was a full-length film and Steamboat Willie was a short film. but we're going to give you anyone that had that answer. We will give a point to as well because it was a film.
Was it? No.
So there's a couple of answers where most people have a very similar answer. So in between this round and the next round, we're just going to check the facts and make sure that there's... it was checked once, but we'll just make sure there's not something we missed. Does everyone have their answer in?
No.
Just waiting on another answer and then
A few more answers.
a few more, I guess. Like I said, round 3 is worth triple. There's also a few bonus questions in it as well.
Sounds pretty good. Yeah. Definitely be good. 2 points.
For the Harvey Community Days events, if you need to use the washroom or if you are unable to social distance, it's helpful if you have a community mask with you. And if you could wear that, that would be great. That's what we're encouraging. You don't have to have a mask, but if you have one, bring it along.
Still waiting on Chelsea and HRHS.
Chelsea just.
Oh, Chelsea, we're good.
Just-
And HRHS.
Okay, all the answers just came in. So they're going to continue to add up the scores, and I'm just going to go through the questions. So, like I said, there's a couple of these questions where people had very similar answers, but they're not the answer we had, so they're going to be double checked during the next section. So, was the hockey commentator Don Cherry's English Bull Terrier named Ruby, Blue, or Sandy? And the answer is Blue. Number 2, the winningest skip of the Brier, and how many wins was Brad Gushee, and 3 wins. What is it? Okay. And then number 3, The Canadian thoroughbred racer was best known as the rider of Secretariat, and where was he born? It's Ronald Turcotte, and he was born in Drummond, New Brunswick.
That answer we have to go over for a minute. For the bonus on our end.
Okay. Number 4, 2012 Wimbledon's men's singles champion holds the record for the most Grand Slam men's singles titles is Roger Federer. Number 5, I think this one was a pretty easy one. Which company or product has trotted out frogs, alligators, chameleons, bulls, puppies, along with its iconic workhorses in Super Bowl ads? And that is Budweiser. The host city, which made their parade memorable by having 2 cosmonauts carry it outside the International Space Station, was Sochi. Which 19th century pitching great did Blue Jay Dan Pelsack surpass for the most major league appearances? And that's Cy Young. And the Quebec race car driver who was the first Canadian to win a Formula One title was Jacques Villeneuve. There may be some contradictions to that. If they are, you can just send them in the messenger. They are checking on a couple of answers, like I said, and they're just adding up the scores. I think I'll move on to the next section while they do that bit of fact checking, and then we'll update the scores after the next section. Does anyone need a little break in between? I kind of didn't take a break. I should have taken a 10-minute break so everyone could use the washroom and recharge. Maybe we'll do that right now before we get into the wild card and then triple value one. So maybe we'll just take 5-10 minutes, and so everyone can go use the washroom, and we'll be back at say 11:11 to 11:15, and I will check in. If everyone just wants to write that they're ready whenever they're ready in the chat, then that'll work as well, and we can move on. Sorry, I should have taken a break earlier.
Oh, cool background.
Did you?
Okay, people want to get started again, so I know it's late and it's a Thursday, so if everyone can just say they're good to go. Oh, Cheryl, sorry, I just saw your question now. The answer to number 3 was Ronald Turcotte, and it was Drummond, New Brunswick. So if everyone's ready, if they can just send a message saying they're ready, and I'll move along.
Ready?
So Lisa's good to go, right?
Yep.
And Catherine is good to go?
Well, I don't know if they're good to go. They might be.
Okay, we have a few ready, so we'll just give it another minute. Okay, thanks for clarifying. So for number 2 in the sports one, we're going to accept Gucci or Randy Furby. Sorry. Marilyn, I agree. Steamboat Willie was released before in the entertainment one. Before first animated Disney film released in 1937. Actually, you're right. So it's very specific. It says the first animated Disney film released in that year. So Lisa, you're going to lose a point. So that one is going to stay with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So you can blame Marilyn, Lisa. I'm only kidding. All right.
Lisa loses her point.
Yep. And then anyone that answered Randy can add a point. Okay, I think we're ready to move on to the wild card.
Did we check our most recent?
Hopefully everyone's back.
Can we have the messenger back?
Oh, yep,
We
sorry.
need the powerhouse.
Messenger.
So if you get an answer for that, then just tell me. Okay, here we go. We're going to start again.
Go.
Number 1 for wild card. Alloraphobia is extreme fear of. And if you want to see the spelling of that, it's going to be in the comments.
I'll search it up now.
Alloraphobia is extreme fear of blank.
Can you spell it? Can you use that in a sentence?
We'll try to get through these quick too so people can go to bed.
I'm tired, Mom.
I'm hungry.
I want McDonald's.
Number 2, a group of sharks is called blank.
Again.
Put your hand up, guys.
Number 2, a group of sharks is called blank. Number 3.
Rise our community this way.
Which small-hearted villain's name appeared on the license plate of Dr. Seuss's 1984 Cadillac, which his widow drove into the 2000s? So, which small-hearted villain's name appeared on the license plate of Dr. Seuss's 1984 Cadillac, which his widow drove into the 2000s?
Say it. They can hear you.
Number 4. What are the comic book characters Michelangelo, Raphael, Leonardo, and Donatello collectively known as? And we'd like the full title for that one.
It doesn't seem safe.
So which comic book characters?
That's a re-identification.
Bubba, for the reindeer caribou question that was back before, we did recheck, and anyone that wrote reindeer or caribou got an answer. Or got a point. So number 4, what comic book characters Michelangelo, Raphael, Leonardo, and Donatello collectively known as?
Mom,
What?
do the triples automatically calculate? Okay.
Okay, number 5. Which cardiac companion did Canadian electrical engineer John Hopps help develop, earning him the Order of Canada in 1986?
Yep.
I don't like The Simpsons as much as I like them.
So, which cardiac companion did Canadian electrical engineer John Hopps help develop, earning him the Order of Canada in 1986? Number 6. Which nation's 2 triangle flag represents the Himalayas as well as its 2 religions, Hinduism and Buddhism? So which nation's 2 triangle flag represents the Himalayas as well as its 2 religions, Hinduism and Buddhism?
You just lose the wall.
You should use the line. Info. BBC managed mostly have to win the same chance to use HCD equivalent. But when you lose your good thing,
Number 7. Which visitor from Krypton shares his birth name with Nicolas Cage's son, born in 2005?
This is bad.
Yeah.
Which visitor from Krypton shares his birth name with Nicolas Cage's son, born in 2005? Last one for the wild card round. Which award-winning sitcom featured a voice cameo by Leonard Nimoy, or Nemo, as Sprock, giving James Parsons' character some advice? Which award-winning sitcom featured a voice cameo by Leonard Nimoy as Spock, giving Jim Parsons' character some advice?
Mm-hmm. Young men back here hanging out.
Okay.
keeping score.
So that's number 8. Those are all the questions. If you have any that you need repeated, they're all in the comments as well. And once we get the answers in, we'll go through the correct answers. And like I said, the next round is focused on New Brunswick, and it is worth triple.
I was making fun of Catherine.
You were?
The person who messaged me.
Oh.
Everyone except for Sophie.
Hmm?
Everyone except for Sophie.
This one's some hard answers, so it'll be a few minutes before we get all the answers in.
We're getting pretty good at this, bud.
Where are we?
The scorekeepers are getting faster.
Pardon? And the cheaters are getting more and more game.
We'll give you a quick update on the score after this too. That way everyone knows where they stand going into the last round.
If somebody puts or, does it count?
You were on Jeopardy and said, what is a sugar or a game?
If you wrote more than one answer for something, we'll just take the first answer. We're just waiting on a few more answers to come in for this one. we have all the answers in?
No.
Not yet. Waiting on a few more.
Wait, is it just Susan and me? Yeah, we're on.
Okay, I think everyone's in. I'm going to go through the answers for this, and while they finish adding up the scores so I can give you an update. So aloraphobia is the extreme fear of cats. A group of sharks is called a shiver. The small-hearted villain's name that's on the license plate of Dr. Seuss's 1984 Cadillac that his widow drove into the 2000s is Grinch. The boy's name and the comic book characters Michelangelo, Raphael, Leonardo, and Donatello are known as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The cardiac companion that was created by co-created by electrical engineer John Hopps is the pacemaker. The flag representing the Himalayas as well as the two religions of Hinduism and Buddhism is Nepal. The visitor from Krypton is Kal-El Cage. And the award-winning sitcom feature voice cameo by Leonard Nimoy as Spock was on The Big Bang Theory, giving Jim Parsons some advice. Alright, now we're just going to give an update on scores. Okay, so for that round, I'm going to tell you the last round and this round. So Team 1 got 7 points last round, which is Dan and Chelsea, and 7 points this round. Team 2, Sarah and Mike, got 6 points last round and 6 points this round. Bill, Lister, and Julia got 8 points last round and 7 points this round. Team 4, Catherine, got 6 points last round and 5 points this round. Team 5, HRHS 70s with Janet, got 7 last round and 7 this round. Susan's Harvey Lakers got 4 last round and 5 this round. And Lisa's Tweedside Knights got 5 last round and 6 this round. And Liz, your team got 4 last round and 7 this round. So, going into the final round, Bill and Julia, your team is still in the lead. Right behind you by 2 points is Chelsea and Dan's team with 49. And then hot on your trail behind that is Liz's team with 45. So, since this is a triple round, anyone can win. Even the people with the scores that are a little bit lower can still come back in this round. We'll get through this. There's several bonus points in this round as well, and it's based on New Brunswick. And we'll have the grand totals as soon as this round is over. And if there's any questions too about the answers, we can go over them. I even have a tiebreaker in case. So, we'll move to round. I guess I better change my screen. Ooh. Here. I'm very large in this. Okay. New Brunswick for triple points. First one has a bonus question as well. The longest covered bridge in the world is found in blank. And for bonus, how many feet or meters long is it? The bonus points just count as single points. The question itself is triple. 3.
Number 5, you're going to have to do something. Whoa.
Number 2, the Boston Red Sox starter Ted Williams spent summers fishing bass and salmon on what lake and what river? these are in New Brunswick. So Boston Red Sox starter Ted Williams spent summers fishing bass and salmon on what lake and what river? To get the 3 points, you have to get both right. All right, we're going to move on to the next question. Number 3, what is the provincial tree of New Brunswick? Bonus question, when was it adopted? And this is a multiple choice, so you don't have to know. It was in 1987, but was it on May 3rd, May 12th, May 1st, or May 15th? So what is the official provincial tree, what is the provincial tree of New Brunswick? And when was it adopted? So it was in 1987, but was it on May 3rd, May 12th, May 1st, or May 15th? I'll move on to number 4. New Brunswick's last fatal duel between George Frederick Street and George Ludlow Wetmore occurred October 2nd, 1821 in, and I'll give you a hint, it's one of the outlying areas of Fredericton. So New Brunswick's last fatal duel between George Frederick Street and George Ludlow Wetmore occurred October 2nd, 1821 in, and it's a place just outside of Fredericton. I'll give you an extra second because these are worth 3. Might mean the win.
That's a really nice stream, Vic.
Number 5, the Marco Polo, a 3-masted clipper ship built in St. John and launched in 1851, earned the title of blank. So number 5, the Marco Polo, a 3-masted clipper ship built in St. John and launched in 1851, earned the title of Number 6. What New Brunswick invention is used by many of us in the winter? And there's a bonus point if you can name the inventor. So what New Brunswick invention is used by many of us in the winter? And a bonus point if you can name that inventor. Number 7. This young woman from Macadavit who cropped her hair, donned a uniform, and became a soldier in the American Civil War. So name this young woman from Macadavit who cropped her hair, donned a uniform, and became a soldier in the American Civil War. Almost there. That's number 7. Number 8's our last question. Find out who gets all the Harvey Community Day swag.
Yeah, that's right. Swag.
Swag, baby.
Last time I heard that was like 2013.
Number 8, the last question. The largest waterfall in New Brunswick is the blank.
It's on my phone.
And then you get a bonus point if you can say what the height is within 5 feet or meters.
On merch.
5 feet or 2 meters.
So number 8, last question, worth 3 points. The largest waterfall in New Brunswick is the blank. Bonus point, what is the height? And you get it if you're within 5 feet or 5 meters. So once we get our answers in, the scorekeepers will make sure they get everything added up, and we'll go through and just make sure everyone's score is adding properly. Then we'll announce the winner.
Gotta get these
The
bonus
scorekeeper said don't look the answers up. We're waiting on the answers, and then we'll...
points. Either nobody do it or everybody do it.
Or they've decided if some teams are going to do it, then everyone should do it.
Because everyone wants that community day
That's it.
and you can support me on Patreon.
think we answered everybody's clarification questions.
Two answers in?
If anyone has any more questions about the answers, just send them and we can take a look.
Were you accepting?
Okay, so there's multiple bonus questions, so they're just making sure they get those all in.
And she got the bonus.
And this one's triple, so it might be the make or break.
What did Lisa? What did Lisa do? She gets screws and I gave it to her?
I'm still shocked they sent the duck and the rooster and the sheep and the air balloon.
What if they get the bonus question but not the, it does?
Yep. So if you didn't get the question right, but you got the bonus question right, we're still going to give you the 1 bonus point. So for the first one, I did make a range for how many feet or meters for the bonus question. So if you were within 10 feet or 10 meters, or if you were within 10 feet, then I took your answer and you got the bonus question. And at the drive-in tomorrow night, we're gonna have curly fries. So the drive-in's by donation, and then there's some food you can pick up on your way through as well. Popcorn and chips and bars and curly fries.
Wait, is first or last name Matt?
Okay, we're just waiting on another answer and then we'll read these off. I know it's getting late, guys. And people have to work tomorrow. I'm gonna
Is there anything for those here?
read you the answers, and as soon as I read the answers, we should have the score and the grand total.
Okay.
If we do the trivia on a Thursday night, again, we can maybe start an hour earlier or not have technical problems. That would be helpful as well.
Yeah, you can start reading them out.
Okay, we have all the answers in, so I'm going to read out the answers, and then they'll just finish tallying up the scores, and we'll be good to go. So the longest covered bridge in the world is found in Heartland. For the bonus question, it is 390 meters long, or 1,282 feet. Boston Red Sox starter Ted Williams spent his summer fishing bass and salmon on Spetnik Lake and the Miramichi River. The provincial tree of New Brunswick is the balsam fir, and this was adopted on May 1st, 1987. The last fatal duel in New Brunswick occurred in New Maryland on October 2nd, 1821. The Marco Polo, which was built in St. John and launched in 1851, earned the title as the fastest clipper ship in the world. The New Brunswick invention used by many of us in the winter is the snow blower. Now, the name of the inventor is Robert Harris. He invented a screw excavator type one, and then the one that we kind of see as the most practical one was invented a little bit later by Arthur Cinquaid. So if you did write Arthur Cinquaid, I would also take that, or Robert Harris, who was the person who invented the first one. For number 7, the young woman from Macadavid who cropped her hair, donned a uniform, and became a soldier in the American Civil War was Sarah Emma Edmonds. We had a couple that were really close, not quite the right name. And for number 8, the largest waterfall in New Brunswick is the Grand Falls Gorge, and its height is 75.5 feet, or 23 meters. So they're just finishing up the totals, and then I'll have the scores for you, and we'll know who the winner is. And then if there's a tie, we'll have a really quick tiebreaker and be all done.
I think I've been giving bonus points for this. I think I gave some. Oh, we're gonna have to recheck the scores again.
Oh, there's a bonus point score issue.
Well, there was only one person that got that one right. And you have one bonus point.
I'm gonna have to check everyone's answer for this.
I'm just gonna double check with them, and then we'll be final.
first.
This one's the hardest one to score.
Dalton third.
They're really close to being done. If anyone had any questions about those answers, if you just want to put them in the comments here, then I will do the fact checking. Should be about another minute. They just have to add the last person's score in.
Stop talking to me.
She did not pick that.
I don't know if anyone watched the Family Feud, but the McCanns won and the Fletchers came in second. It was a really funny game. Then we had some prize winners from the match game. Just one, I guess, there. And then a couple of prize winners from our first game as well. Deal or no deal. Do we have the grand totals?
Nope. Not yet.
Not yet.
So, I'm not the winner of this one initially.
We both. And it says what order and what order.
No, nothing. Only one person did that, so.
Ooh, this is the longest wait.
That one's us.
Although we've had, luckily, 2 people helping me with scores and fact checking. And then technical support in the back who says they're so tired they can't read anymore.
I'm still doing it.
Mm-hmm. His eyes are crossed. He's way past bedtime.
Somebody said that Fallsbrook is highest. Is
Ooh,
highest.
Fallsbrook Fall. Okay, let me take a double look. Can I have your phone, babe?
You can search stuff on my computer.
I don't want to screw up my... We're so close to being done.
Do I usually need to say the fastest ship before the beginning? Because I think I meant the fastest ship and then they're trying to fact us.
So I think that's fine. You give it to me.
Could be different from the game.
I think we might have... I think you might be right. Fallsbrook Falls is 33 meters and 100 feet. And Grand Falls Gorge is only 75 feet and 23 meters. So we're just going to double check that to see if anyone had Fallsbrook Falls as the answer. And we will change the scoring.
Is Sarah okay? Is Sarah Edmonds?
Sure. But we didn't give it to the person that was Sarah Evans.
But she said Edmonds.
She just said the wrong name.
Okay.
Right.
So Fallsbrook Falls is...
So take away all of these people's from me?
Did they get Grand Falls?
Who did Grand Falls? They chose Fallsbrook. Falls. Okay, now I have to look at Sarah. See if she answered 82. Okay, I have to make her lose this. And she has to lose this. I would like to actually be able to check. This is like the game right now.
Okay.
Actually, no.
It's like literally.
No, I can do it.
So I'm gonna give points for. Okay. The scorekeeper is really tired back there.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You make it more difficult than it should be.
I'm gonna give people, because the bonus question is based on Grand Falls. If you answered Grand Falls Gorge and you were within the right height for it, or if you answered Fallbrook Falls and you were in the right height with it, you will get a bonus and a point for either, just so that we can ensure, even though you are correct, Fallsbrook Falls is the right answer, but because the bonus points is attached to this, I'm going to leave either one getting an answer. And if it's the difference between a winner, then we'll do tiebreak.
The thing's messed up.
What thing?
Not all of them are doing the multiplication.
Did you hit any boxes? What are you fact checking now?
I'm not, Mom.
Where are you on?
I have to remove everyone who said Grand Falls.
No, you don't. They all get a point too. Yeah.
But it's not the highest.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, give them the stuff back.
So which one's not adding?
I did not see the rows.
They're all adding?
No,
Look,
you said there were 3 though.
this one has 3 ones and it's 3. Really?
Oh, you're not multiplying, you mean?
This was it.
Sorry.
Is that good?
Should be.
I'm gonna do this fast because everyone's leaving. Grand
Okay.
Falls, 82 feet. Who's this? Sarah? Oh.
Can I just take it over?
Take this?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I have to redo stuff because you didn't tell me what you were going to do.
I thought you guys heard me.
I did after I was like halfway through doing all this.
You know what? We'll just take that question out.
Take all the score for it?
Well, if they all got a point, it doesn't matter.
But then I have to take the bonus points out too.
No.
Well, I don't know who has the bonus points and not. Just go. Entertain.
No, I'm gonna take question number 8 out, and then we're good. Is
No,
everything
because
over?
some people have bonus from question 8.
I'm giving everyone a point for it, and then everyone got their bonuses that got it, right?
Well, I took a bonus from someone.
I'll give this person one.
Wait,
And this person
wait. No.
Yes.
Mom,
It's fine, Ash. It's midnight. You're good.
Mom, you're literally just.
Okay.
You ruined the whole thing.
We're finally back on. So is what I did for number 8 is I just gave everybody a point. Pretty much everyone had the right answer, and it did get very confusing with the bonus point. And so everyone gets a point for number 8, so it evens out the score. Okay, so final scores. So for the last round, Team 1, Chelsea and Dan got 18 points, plus 2 bonus points. Sarah and Mike for Team 2 got 12 points and a bonus point. Bill and Julia got 12 points and a bonus point. Catherine's team got 21 points and 2 bonus points. HRHS 70s Janet got 21 points and 3 bonus points. Susan and the Harvey Lakers got 15 points and 1 bonus point. And Lisa's Tweedside Knights got 18 points and 1 bonus point. And last but not least, Liz's team got 21 points and 3 bonus points. So great job. The winner is a tie. So there's a tie between Team 1 and Team 8, which is Chelsea and Dan and Liz. And I'm going to give you guys a one chance to see who the winner is. And the tiebreaker is going to be, there's a lot of covered bridges in New Brunswick. And how many do you think there are? This is a multiple choice question. So are there 48 covered bridges, 58 covered bridges, or 72 covered bridges? So Marilyn, I did see that like that was the reason, like the largest and the highest. That's why I ended up giving everyone a point for the falls question, and everyone the bonus because it was very confusing. Oh gosh, I'm burning in the fire here. Okay, so for the two tie teams, there's a lot of covered bridges in New Brunswick. How many do you think there are? Are there 48? 58 or 72? And you can send your answer on the Facebook page or you can just comment on here. So this is between Liz's team and Chelsea and Dan.
Give them the time.
Who's got the answer for me? And thanks for everyone for coming. I know it's really late, it's just after midnight. Really appreciate you all being here and supporting Harvey Community Days and ongoing trivia and all of the activities we do. It's super helpful to have everyone in the community on board. We've got an answer from Liz. Okay, here's the tiebreaker. So Liz says 58 and Chelsea and Dan's team says 72. Liz, you're the winner. There's 58 covered bridges in New Brunswick, so you're going to get some Harvey Community Day swag, and we're super thankful for you guys coming out, and I've got some scorekeepers and technical support in the back that are going to give a little wave, and then we're going to sign off, and hopefully you can attend some of our Harvey Community Day stuff this weekend, and we'll see you soon. Okay, bye everyone.